The story of Adam and Eve, the first people in paradise. A long, long time ago, before there were cities or cars, God made a beautiful garden called Eden. It was the most perfect place you could imagine. The trees were tall and green, bursting with delicious fruits. Flowers of every color filled the air with their sweet smells, and streams of sparkling water flowed everywhere. Birds sang, animals played, and everything was peaceful. But the garden wasn't complete yet. God wanted someone to enjoy it and take care of it. So, he made the first man, Adam. Adam in the garden. God shaped Adam from the dust of the ground and breathed life into him. Adam opened his eyes and found himself in the most beautiful place ever. God smiled and said, "This garden is your home. Take care of it and enjoy its fruit. You can eat from any tree here, except one, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. If you eat from it, you will die." Adam agreed and got to work. He named all the animals, lions, elephants, butterflies, dolphins, every creature in the world. But something was missing. God said, "It's not good for man to be alone. I will make a helper who is just right for him." Eve, the perfect companion. While Adam was sleeping, God took a rib from his side and made the first woman, Eve. When Adam woke up, he was amazed. "This is bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh," Adam said with joy. Eve was perfect for him, and together they lived happily in the garden. God loved them both and gave them everything they needed. They had no pain, no sadness, and no worries. They were free to enjoy God's creation and walk with him every day. Sneaky serpent. But one day trouble came. A sneaky serpent who was very clever slithered up to Eve. The serpent wasn't just any snake. It was Satan in disguise. He wanted to trick Eve. "Did God really say you can't eat from any tree in the garden?" the serpent asked. Eve replied, "We can eat from any tree except the one in the middle of the garden. God said if we eat or even touch it, we will die." The serpent hissed, "You won't die. God knows that if you eat it, you'll become like him, knowing good and evil." Eve looked at the fruit. It was shiny and delicious looking. She thought, "Maybe it will make me wise, just like the serpent says." So she picked some and ate it. Then she gave some to Adam, and he ate it too. A big mistake. As soon as they ate the fruit, everything changed. Their eyes were opened, and for the first time, they felt something strange. Shame. They realized they were naked and quickly sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves. That evening, they heard God walking in the garden. Normally, they were excited to see him, but now they felt afraid. They hid among the trees. God called out, "Adam, where are you?" Adam replied, "I heard you and was afraid because I'm naked, so I hid." God asked, "Who told you that you were naked? Did you eat from the tree I told you not to?" Adam pointed to Eve and said, "It was the woman you gave me. She gave me the fruit." Eve said, "The serpent tricked me and I ate it." The consequences. God was very sad because Adam and Eve had disobeyed him. Their choice brought sin into the world, and with it came pain, sickness, and death. God told the serpent, "You will crawl on your belly and be hated by people forever." To Eve, he said, "You will have pain in childbirth, but you will still desire your husband." To Adam, he said, "Because of you, the ground is cursed. You'll have to work hard to grow food and life will be difficult." Then God made clothes for Adam and Eve out of animal skins and sent them out of the garden. He placed angels with flaming swords at the entrance to make sure no one could enter and eat from the tree of life. Hope for the future. Even though Adam and Eve disobeyed, God didn't stop loving them. He had a plan to fix what had gone wrong. One day he would send a Savior, Jesus, to defeat sin and bring people back to him. And so Adam and Eve began a new chapter of their lives outside the garden. They worked hard, loved each other, and started the human family. Their story reminds us to trust God and obey his word no matter what.